and good afternoon, everyone. Today, I, Al Mahmoud Taha, Shakil Ahmed, Mezabin Alam Nourin, Shihab Hussain, is going to present on transboundary water resource management. So, what is transboundary water resource management? It is the sharing of water resources between two countries or different communities when the water resource is divided between them. As we know, water is life, but it can be a source of tension too. About 60% of global fresh water flows through transboundary waters, with 153 countries sharing about 286 river and lake basins and 592 aquifer systems. So when these water resources are not shared properly, there are conflicts and problems are created. So that's why transboundary water resources are very important. Let's see what are the other factors that also contributes to this importance. So there is sustainable development. Water is a very important resource for sustainable development. If there isn't enough, or if there isn't the necessary resources to develop the nation for the population of this country, it cannot be developed properly. Then comes shared resources and shared responsibility. So the countries in the upstream enjoying the upstream of the river systems has the responsibility to not pollute the river system or not to impact the river system in a way that harms it. So they share the responsibility also to make the resources more sustainable. Conflict prevention. So as we know, when it comes to resources, countries tends to compete and there are conflicts when they cannot agree. Thus, transboundary water resource management can lead to conflicts also. And lastly, the climate change adaptation. As we know, due to climate change, the global sea level is rising and many different kind of problems are being created as sedimentation rates are also, sedimentation is an important factor here. If the upstream country builds dam or other infrastructure that blocks the sedimentation, it can also impact the downstream countries' population. So here are some facts and perspectives, and also an flowchart describing how two countries can be benefited from the transboundary water resource management system. So we can see that thanks to this, we can increase our energy production, we can develop better ecological conservation tools, improved irrigations, and all this will lead to an improved transboundary water resource management and an improved development of these two nations. So moving forward, let's discuss the challenges in transboundary water resource management. Now, water resource management, when it is shared between two countries, the power dynamics is not always equal, or mostly it is unequal. So the country sharing the higher power also have the power to influence the decisions in their interest. Then comes the competing interests. The corporations, the nations, worldwide community all have their unique interest on the river system and resources. Then data sharing and transparency. It is very important that to manage water properly, we know how to manage it. And all the countries have their different techniques and knowledge and their data systems of how the water is flowing and what are the chemicals in it and what is the condition of it. So it is very important that transparency is maintained. Lack of funding and institutional capacity is also important, and also comes the climate change made challenges. Now let's discuss what are the challenges in GBM Delta when it comes to transboundary water resource management. Once again, we face the dynamics of upstream downstream dynamics. So here, the upstream country is India, which is a rather more powerful country than Bangladesh or the neighboring countries. So they control the dynamics and they have an upper hand in controlling the dynamics. So it is very important to consider these dynamics, and the sedimentation and river morphology is also connected to this. the structures that are built in India impacts how the water is reached in Bangladesh. Like the Farakka Dam already has impacted Bangladesh deeply. And there needs to be clear and open data sharing and transparency between these countries. Due to climate change, Bangladesh is very vulnerable to this, and we need to address this issue as best as we can do between our two neighboring countries, so that the GBM Delta is safe and protected and goes through well-developed, sustainable development. Now, I will give the floor to my teammate, Mahzabin Alam Norin.
Key considerations and principles. Given the diverse concepts of transboundary water system, a single approach does not exist. However, several key to principle guide effective transboundary water resource managements are data collection and information sharing. Accurate and readily available data is essential for managing water-related disasters at all levels. Joint bodies like river basin commissions facilitate cooperation and conflict resolution. Identifying and assessing the benefits of cooperation through multi-stakeholder involvement is crucial. Multi-level stakeholder involvement and cooperation. Cooperation at various levels is essential for successful TWRM. Continued regional basin level dialogues, regular communication fosters cooperation and understanding, institutional capacity development, and financing mechanisms.